My favorite developer put out another YouTube video. We got Sungrad Studios. Make sure to give him a subscribe, like the video. He was my ride or die when it came to Concord content, and he said, let's learn from Ubisoft failures, Assassin's Creed, and Star Wars Outlaws. So we get an update because Ubisoft has just been taking L after L after L. And realistically, this is what I've been saying, is that Assassin's Creed Shadows are already going to be a flop. Star Wars Outlaws, definitely a flop. I'm going to take Asmon advice and judge a book by its cover. Even though Assassin's Creed isn't out yet, we'll look at everything that's out for it. It's actually kind of ass. And if I have to put out the elephant in the room, if you guys see in the bottom corner, it's 3:40 a.m. I woke up, I couldn't sleep, so I said, why not make content? Get on the grind.
Thank you for joining me. Today, I will address game developers and publishers all around the world. First, I would like to share advice that has served me well
Turn that down a little bit.
in professional environments.
Didn't mean to blow your ears out.
A wise man learns from his mistakes.
This
and
is
an
true.
even wiser man learns from other people's mistakes.
And Ubisoft is a dumb man because they haven't learned from anybody's mistake. And one thing before we go further that I wanted to bring up is the other thing that Ubisoft has taken a major L on. We call it for what it is X Defiant. Definitely did not. It lost all its hype and it's lost all its momentum. So you could throw it in that L bucket as well with Assassin's Creed, with Star Wars Outlaws, with Concord.
Today, I will explain.
I guess Concord was Sony, huh?
Explain what other developers and
Scratch
publishers
that,
can
but
learn
still,
to avoid becoming.
you guys
the
are
same
picking up
kind
what
of
I'm putting
failure.
down.
And lastly, my personal apology. This video will offer critical comment on the state of Ubisoft and its developers. Please wait until the end of the video so I can share my formal apology. It has been revealed recently that for game development,
I'll wait.
Ubisoft hired diversity activists as consultants with a focus on challenging moral standards. Ubisoft
You got activists for moral standards? Okay, I won't pause the video.
is offering mentorship programs while excluding individuals based on their gender. I ask you, what is fun about challenging moral standards? How
Nothing.
does that translate
Well,
into
sometimes
a good gaming
throwing the pot
experience?
and just seeing what comes out of it.
Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft
Great.
has launched as an abject, catastrophic failure. Even the most basic mechanical aspects of the product are incompetently implemented. One might wonder how a company with millions of dollars of funding can produce something lacking in even the most basic
Might
level
wonder?
of
We all
competence.
wonder. This is what we all wonder.
We are no longer living in an era where multi-million-dollar companies hold all the power. The everyday gamer now has the power to rise up against tyrants and incompetence. Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Shadows will fail on launch. The
Agreed.
entirety of the gaming industry has indicated that there is absolutely no confidence in Ubisoft to produce a competent product. So let's see what we can learn from Ubisoft's failures. Instead of hiring game developers,
Let's be wise men. Let's learn
artists,
from their
and
failures, huh?
writers who have natural talent and skill that has been refined and cultivated from years of hard work, companies are funding and hiring based on skin color and sexual identity and politics.
I thought we wanted equality and we wanted the best people in the position of power based off merit, not because of what somebody looks like or their sex or what they believe in. I thought that stuff wasn't supposed to be important. We were supposed to judge people by their actions. Oh.
These are the people who made Star Wars Outlaws. These are the people who made Assassin's Creed Shadows. Companies do not make video games. Money does not make video games.
People do.
People make video games. Awful people make awful video games. And awful video games will not earn your company meaningful revenue. Ubisoft has totally missed the mark by claiming they are delivering an accurate representation of Japanese history and culture. They spit in the face of Japan as a country and as people.
This is like asking Gemini or whatever it was, hey, can you give me the founding fathers of the U.S., like the founding fathers of the U.S., and they were all like, we got Black Washington and like an Asian Martin Luther King, and it was just crazy.
Ubisoft is using Japan as fodder for diversity checklists to pander to an audience they have imagined because they have a narrow perspective of the world and are blinded by their own self-importance and ego. These people are not capable of accepting that they can be wrong
That's
about
called
anything.
having
They will
major
be unable
hubris.
to improve as artists and developers. So, lesson 1: hire based on talent and skill. Hire well
Whoa.
adjusted adults who have some perspective of the world.
Yeah.
If someone mentions their pronouns or sexual identity as one of their defining traits,
Get them
then this
out.
person very likely has no other defining traits and has very little of value to offer in a creative or professional environment.
He just says it.
Lesson 2:
Laid it out there.
using diversity consultants
No,
will
no
not make
other
a
emotion.
product
Just
better.
laying it out there.
The gaming audience will
He just laid his
identify the
schmeat
red
out on the
flags
table and
of
said,
superficial diversity consultants, and they will understand when a product is not created in good faith. Using diversity consultants will cause a product to fail, as we are seeing time and time again across a range of entertainment mediums. Lesson 3: do not let your development team members perform PR duties and damage control. These people will cause more harm than good.
this is true.
Rely on experienced, trained PR managers to perform these duties. We have largely failed this generation of game
Yeah, we don't want
developers.
the IT guy
It will
answering
take
questions
hard
about
work,
the company.
and we will have to work together. But we
Or the
can make
IT
the
gals.
next generation of developers into the
Because they're going to let you
strongest
know.
and most
And it's
creatively
not going to be
capable we
good.
have ever seen. We can foster the next generation of developers by sharing our knowledge and experience, by explaining the values of design philosophy that matter, and by explaining the failures of this generation. Lastly, my apology. To the people of the development teams of games like Assassin's Creed Shadows and other similar games that have launched recently, to the diversity consultants who advise major companies on how to write their stories and focus on identity politics, I worked closely with some of the leaders of the generation that came before me. It was the generation who came before me who was responsible for ensuring that all of you would be able to grow up into well-adjusted, intelligent, and well-informed adults with at least some perspective of the real world. It was our responsibility to ensure that you grew up into decent human beings.
Oh
And I
my
see now that we
god.
have failed you on every single level possible.
Oh.
And for that, I apologize. I won't be able to help you, as it is too late. But I will work hard
Oh
every
my
day
god, the warning
to
message.
ensure that the next generation of young people does not have to grow up into failures like you. Thank you.
Damn. No, doesn't do any kind of emotion, doesn't call it out, just lays it out for what it is. He's not wrong on any of it. I think Assassin's Creed's gonna be a major L. Obviously, Star Wars Outlaw, you could just hide in a bush and shoot and duck back and cover, and stormtroopers aren't gonna know where you're at. The animations are ass. Just I want to go back to gameplay, story being great, and then everything else that's good is a byproduct of those two things just being great. But let me know what you guys think down below. If you like the words that are coming out of my mouth, please like, subscribe, follow me on x.com/actuallyrod, and join me live over on kick.com/Elrod. With that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one. Peace.